Willie Turner.
Welcome to the West Live. I'm your host, CJ Underwood, and I'm joined by head coach of the Carver Wolverines, Mario White. Coach, welcome to the West Live.
Man, thank you for having me. I really appreciate
Most definitely. It's week 2. Y'all got to win week 1 against Percy Julian. What do you feel like impressed you the most about the win from last week?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like the guys played really hard. They played really well together. We had a lot of first-time starters. A lot of my older guys that played, we kind of had an expectation of those guys, and they rose to the occasion. But a lot of my younger guys, first-time starting, I was really impressed with the poise they had. The lights wasn't too bright for them, and so we did what we were supposed to do. I had a few too many penalties that I didn't really like, but of course that's got cleaned up, and that's what to be expected week 0.
Right. Week 0, the penalties. That's something to be expected. You know what I mean? Outside of the penalties, what's something that you could say that y'all need to improve on?
Wow, I feel like we need to improve all the way around. Offensively, we missed some things that were there. Defensively, we kind of had a little lull there in the third quarter that I didn't want to see. And special teams, like you said, we got to get a snap. Left hash, right hash. Left hash have been giving us problems in practice. No, I'm sorry, right hash have been giving us problems in practice. But we actually performed well from the right hash, and we kind of had a letdown from the left hash. So those are the things we got to clean up, because those are the things we need to do to win big games.
Right, most definitely, because it's very important. It's very important when it comes down to 1 or 2 points. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like we got to have everything calculated and carried out to precision.
Yes, sir.
If it's one thing that you can pinpoint from each side of the ball, offense and defense, that stood out to you, what's one thing that you can, pinpoint and say, we did very well at this on offense and very well at this on defense?
On defense, man, we ran to that football. One of the young men I brought here tonight, he was a wide receiver last year,
Right.
Then, of course, he stayed the course. He worked really, really hard, and he became a starter. And, he was always in the right place at the right time, and he took his coaching to the field, drills to the field, as we like to say. So I really appreciate how he performed. So that's one of the bright spots we had on defense. Offensively, I was really worried about to see what my quarterback would do as his first time starting, which, the talent is there. He can do everything. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball.
Right.
He's a brilliant kid, his mom is a Wolverine. His dad is a Wolverine. His uncle is a Wolverine.
It's in his pedigree.
Yeah, his granddad's a great guy in the community. I feel like he's a Division I quarterback.
Right.
But you never know till you get him on the lights.
Most definitely.
And I feel like he was very poised. He handled the blitz well. He maneuvered the pocket well. He distributed the ball to a variety of people. He made some great reads on runs and RPOs. So I was really impressed with his poise. So,
Gotcha.
Obviously, I got another lineman here, Donovan Brown. It was his first ever start, and man, I think he acquitted himself well. He graded out really, really high. So he's here tonight as well as the player of the week.
Okay.
But so Donovan Brown, I must say, that was a really, really bright spot. But also Jaden Ties, as we call him, JT.
Yeah, JT Ties, he went 15 of 17 for, I think, 265 yards. He had 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown, right?
Well, I think 3 of them got called back.
Okay.
So he ended up with 3.
Right.
He would have had a huge night if a lot of those things hadn't been called back. But in retrospect, of course, I was upset when they got called back. But I was glad at how he handled himself.
Right.
He never got down on the team. He was great under the tent. He was great on the sideline. So that was one of the more impressive things. A guy first time out, you get 3 touchdowns called back. That can be a little devastating to you. But man, he handled class personified. He kept the kids really, really calm in the huddle. Also really calm on the sideline. So, while he had a big night, it could have been bigger. But man, I really like the way he handled himself.
Right, most definitely. And we can't forget about the defense, Coach. Rondarius Nelson, I think that's his name.
Side, yes, sir.
Side. He had 10 tackles. He had 2 tackles for loss, and he had a sack. That was big. They held the other team to 0 points, which was even bigger.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach Taylor, Jawan, he does a great job of getting those guys ready to play. Those guys are there all the time. Meeting Jawan is a tireless worker.
Right.
You know, and Sasa is a very young football player. You know, he's a guy that was a running back last year that was discovered, and then we put him on defense in the 9th grade.
Right.
And that's a part of, you know, the development part of it that Mr. Hall and his staff has allowed me to do, have full 9th grade schedules. That's why you do those kind of things. So it wasn't his first time just, you know, out. You know, last year we went on the road every single game. We didn't have a field. So he's seen big stadiums. He's seen big teams.
Right,
So
right.
playing the Crampton Bowl wasn't nothing
It's
new.
nothing new to him.
Yeah, so but the talent that he possesses is second to none. He has a chance to play the next level. Actually, he and Flowers was competing for the player of the game, but you know he peeled back one time and had a blind side block, so
Right,
they kind of knocked him out of the running, so to speak, for the night. But he's up for 6A Defensive Player of the Week, so super proud of him. I expect big things from him this year.
Most definitely. On the road to Daphne, Coach, what is some of the challenges that you all may face with Daphne?
Well, Kenny King, man, you know, full disclosure, Coach King, when I was just a JV and Pee Wee coach, you know, that man played in NFL, he played at Alabama. He could have treated me like a nobody, but, man, he was always gracious to me.
Right.
You know, when I had my little downfall, he was one of the first guys to reach out to me. So when he called in the game, man, I almost felt an obligation to oblige that.
Most definitely.
Of course, he's an outstanding defensive coach. They have an outstanding offensive coordinator. They have, I think, a 3-star quarterback. That guy's, you know, he looks the part. He can really throw the football. He can really run. They have a beautiful running back. He's get downhill, really physical runner. Their front line is really aggressive and really physical at the point of attack. Wide receivers have elite speed. Them guys can run. And on the defensive side, number 11 comes to mind. I mean, he's a freak of an athlete. The guy's in the 9th grade, but he's, you know, 6'4", you know, 240, 250, and you know, of course, he's getting all the attention and go to Power 5 schools. He warrants that.
Right.
They had linebacker core. Those guys come up and hit you. You know, and the DBs, man, they don't let anybody get behind them. They have great ball skills. So, you know, it's going to be a huge challenge.
It's going to be a huge challenge.
Yeah. We got to play really sound. We got to really play, you know, really together, sound and cohesive football, you know, complementary football.
Right.
So we know the challenge ahead of us.
Right. Knowing that, I don't mean to cut you off, Coach, but knowing that you are facing a bit of a challenge ahead of you, what's something that you do to prepare your team for a game on the road? They may not have their same support that they have, even though we know Carver travels.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to be the 20,000 fans. It may be 10,000. So what do you do to prepare your team for the challenges, you know?
With all due respect, man, we prepare the same every week.
Okay.
Everybody's the Baltimore Ravens to us. This league we play in 6A, with 7A, but 6A football now, you can't turn your back on anybody. You get beat. You know, like I said, Percy was a really physical team, really fast team. So nobody's overlooked. The work is the work. You know, everybody's a challenge. We have a really young group, so we have to keep reiterate, you know, don't rest on your laurels. We enjoyed it on Saturday. We were back to work on Sunday. So we put our head down. We just been grinding, man. We ended the day with a great week of practice and preparation. So, you know, now it's just, you know, the hay's in the barn, so to speak. Just got to let the kids play.
Now, I don't want to give your game plan away because I know them folks from Daphne probably watching. But what are some of the keys to, you know, getting that win? What's something that you definitely are going to do or you did this week in practice to make sure that y'all secure the win on Friday?
Well, obviously, man, in every football game, you got to win a turnover battle. You know, you got to stop the run and you got to establish the run, so to speak, especially on the road, you know. So with it still being really, really hot, you want to keep your defense off the field. So it's just the basic things like that. Football is football, whether you're spread, whether you're a run-heavy team. You got to win a turnover battle. You got to win a time of possession.
Right.
You know, and you got to eliminate big plays. So that's what we've been really focusing on. You know, one step at a time, you know, play by play. Every play got a life of its own. So, you know, it's a one-play mentality because one play can turn a ball game, like you just said. So, you know, that's what we've been preaching all week long, and hopefully it comes to fruition.
Most definitely. Coach, I pretty much done asked you all of the questions that I need to ask. Is it anything that you want to say to Wolverine Nation before you go off? Because I'm going to have some of your players come over here and I'm going to ask them a few questions.
Yes, sir. Man, thank y'all for coming out. You know, I've never been disappointed with Wolverine Nation. I'm not going to lie, I turned around at one point and looked up, all I saw was people. You know, it was a great crowd. But most importantly, man, they was really supportive. The boys felt the support. I felt the support. I get chills right now thinking about it.
Right.
That's one of the beauty about being a coach at Carver, man. Everywhere you go, you know, it's a Wolverine somewhere.
It's
so
everywhere you go.
Yeah,
you know.
This morning in Circle K at 4:30 in the morning, a lady stopped me, was asking about the Carver Wolverines, and said she recognized me. So, you know, I've been in Panama City, you know, and people have stopped me at the beach. So, please keep coming out. We love the support. Even when it's good, when it's bad, we know you love us. We know you care. So please come out and continue to support us.
Most definitely. Y'all heard that, Wolverine Nation. Please keep coming out. They appreciate y'all. They love the support. Ain't no other school in the city got support like Carver. And everybody can agree to that. When it comes to Carver, y'all show up deep, man. It's a lot of love.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, thank you for being on Welcome to the West Live, Coach. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. I kind of want to give a shout out to Mr. Lonnie.
Mr. Lonnie.
You know, Mr. Lonnie, man. All
right, Mr. Lonnie, we're going to have you come over real fast.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Lonnie, man, Mr. Turner, he's been great.
Okay, you come on, slide over here next to me, Mr. Lonnie.
Okay. He's been great to the program, supports the guys, support the kids, and, you know, all our players of the week, you know, we've named it in his honor. And so I just, you know, I love when alumni come around like that. Like I said, he's been great for the kids, retired from UPS, so, you know, a lot of things we're trying to do now and growing up the right way and doing things the right way. He's the epitome of that. So that's why we named this award the Lonnie Turner Award.
Okay, the player of the week. The players of the week or player of the
players.
Week? Okay.
Mr. Turner, he decided to do offense, defense, special teams.
Okay.
But this week we had two offensive guys. One is Donovan Brown. He's 6'6", 320. First ever start, graded over 80%. Had over 10 pancakes. A second one is Jaden Ties. We call him JT. Quarterback, you know, his first start, led us, you know, had amazing numbers. And our next one is Coran Flowers. Started off our year scoring for us. A kid that's really a program kid, you know. Got moved to DB, worked hard. You know, Coach Taylor, Coach Biggers, you know, Coach Trey Jones and Jawan have done a great job of preparing him. So, and that show Friday night. So, they're the first ever Lonnie Turner Player of the Week award winners.
And we need more Lonnie Turners out there. Mr. Turner, I was eavesdropping a little bit, but I think I heard you say you had a meal prepared for the team after the game tomorrow.
Next week.
Next week, okay.
Yeah, next home game.
Okay, after the next home game, you gonna provide the team with Chandler's barbecue?
Yes, pulled pork and pulled chicken.
Yes, sir.
With the bun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, at least they know after they get done burning all them calories out there running around, they're gonna be able to get something good to eat.
Right, and it'll be enough for them to take home if they, you know, want to take some home with them.
Okay, most definitely. Enough for them to take home. Well, we really appreciate you, Mr. Lonnie, and I'm pretty sure the players do as well. Thank you for being on Welcome to the West Live.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Most definitely. What about anything else, Coach? Hey, let me know right now.
You about to meet them, man.
Yeah, okay.
You know, we got some great kids. You know, I know a lot of people see them just as football players, but you know, these guys you see them coming up. JT is a 4.2, you know, honor roll student. Coran Flowers is a 4.2 honor roll student. You know, Donovan Brown does great in school and a great kid as well. So not only we have good athletes, but I want the people to start seeing what kind of kids they are.
Right.
You know,
great
and
kids.
And Jaden Ties, you know, I couldn't ask for a better leader.
Right, most definitely.
And a better young man that, you know, to lead Carver, you know, for the next 2 years. And then, we have Michael Johnson coming in behind him. So we have some really great kids, and I think the future is really bright here.
Most definitely. JT Ties, I've interviewed him a few times, coach, and very humble, a very humble kid. He seemed like he got his head on straight, and we gonna push him all the way to a Division I scholarship.
Yes, sir.
That's our prayers.
Well, we tell them every day. We tell all the kids every day, God does that, not us coaches. All of us coaches like to say we made somebody or discovered somebody, but man, God give them the talent.
It's all God.
Yeah,
it's all God.
So, and it's just it's our job to give them an avenue and give them a road, so to speak, to stay on. And JT is the epitome of that. Last year, his dad, his uncle, his granddad, his mom, they said nothing. They just sat back and let him work. They let us develop him. We've coached him hard. It's funny. People want to know, wow, from last year to this year, how's that happen? It's because he put in the work.
Right. He's been working.
Yeah, we count every single rep. And,
Most definitely.
I went tap Mike on the shoulder the other day. JT just had his 1921st rep as of yesterday at practice. So that's a lot of balls being thrown.
That's a lot of football.
Yeah, that's a lot of time up there. So, his parents say nothing but get him up there.
Right.
We coach him really, really hard. Everybody know I'm kind of tough on my quarterbacks, but he's taking it.
Both of his parents are former athletes. His mom was a cheerleader at Carver, and his dad was a football player. I think he played multiple sports. I'm not sure.
Well, I said, if we can't get behind this kid, he was born to be a Wolverine.
Right, born to be a Wolverine.
His parents, his grandparents,
yes, sir.
his
Ties.
uncle. Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Melvin
So
Ties.
great family. And so I'm proud of the game he had.
Most definitely.
And it's just the beginning for him.
It's just the beginning because he only in the 11th grade, so he still got about 19 to 26 more games, including the playoffs.
I hope you're right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He still got about 26 more games left at Carver, so we're going to see a lot of JT Ties, and he very exciting to watch. I can't lie, man. Watching him throw them touchdowns, it was fun. It was very exciting. I don't know. I didn't go to Carver, but I almost put on a Carver shirt.
Well, it's important to know, the kid's been through a lot, and of course he's a kid, but he hears everything.
Most definitely.
Him and I, we've had a lot of long personal conversations, and we actually spoke this into existence, back in November. I told him he was our guy, and we was gonna stick by him through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I believe in him.
Right.
Most important, I love him.
That's the most important thing.
So I'm gonna stick with him just like I would want somebody to stick with my child. So man, we're excited for him. We're excited for Coran. We're excited for Donovan Brown. And that's the beauty about my coaching staff, man. They do a great job of first loving the kids.
Right.
I gotta tell them all the time, you can't get nothing out of a kid unless you love them and care. So, and I think my staff has done a great job of that, but I think also the kids have done a great job of accepting the coaching.
Once I noticed this, but once they feel like you really care about them, they'll run through a wall for you.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And it's the same way, vice versa. You know
no
what
doubt.
I mean? Once they figure out that you will run through a wall for them, they'll do the same for you, Coach.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I love it, man. I love the bond that you built with JT. You know what I mean? And all of the rest of your players as
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes,
Most
sir.
Definitely. We looking forward to watching y'all. Y'all heard it right here on Welcome to the West Live. I think I'm going to have one of the players come over here and talk. Coach, can I have Donovan Brown first?
We have Donovan Brown. He was the lineman of the week. We
Okay.
have Coran Flowers. He was the
Okay.
defensive player of the week.
Okay.
And we have Jaden Ties. He was the offensive player.
Okay, that's what's up. We gonna get Donovan Brown over here first, and then we gonna go from there, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, most definitely. Donovan, go around that way. Oh, nice to finally meet you. Don Bleezy, right? Okay, on Facebook. You wear the size 18. Don't
sir.
worry about it, Don. I am going to hold my one of my best friends to getting you them cleats. He told me that it was on the way about 3 days ago, so don't worry, they coming.
Yes, sir.
I was on the sideline Friday, man, but I gotta ask, what was the energy like? I mean, y'all was always up. Y'all never went down. So what was the energy like on the sideline for y'all?
Well, the energy was good. You know, we just practiced it a lot at practice, so we got to know how to act on the sideline and coordinate. So
okay.
Yes.
So since y'all have practiced this stuff so much, it was just like breathing to y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just natural.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then that's what's up. That's what's up. What did you learn about your team from the first week?
I see that the guys, you know, they played hard, played fast. You know, they didn't give up. Even though we was winning, they didn't give up. So
Right. Who stand right next to you in the trenches? Who play right next to you?
Tracy Pearson.
Tracy Pearson?
Yes, sir.
So what did you learn about Tracy Pearson? Because he was right next to you.
Yes, sir. I learned that, he's a team player.
Okay.
You know, he gets at me like when I messes up and stuff. So
I got you.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
What's your mindset going into week 1? I say week 2, but week 1. What's your mindset going into week 1? You playing against a bit of a tougher opponent in Daphne.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel and what you thinking?
I feel pretty good. We're just going to come out there, play physical, come out there with a lot of intensity and just ready to play.
Right. Just pretty much execute all of the things that y'all been practicing all summer, right?
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. Okay, last but not least, how does it feel to be the lineman of the week?
It feels pretty good.
It feel good. 10 pancakes, man. That's a lot.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Lord. How much you bench press, Donovan?
Well, my max is 285 right now.
285, okay.
Yes, sir.
But that's what's getting them pancakes, getting you full extension and blowing holes big enough for an 18-wheeler to drive through, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I saw number 24, right? Number 24, he did the running back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that man had some nice lanes to run through.
Yes, sir.
Y'all did real good. And y'all didn't allow any sacks either.
Sacks. Yes, sir.
No sacks. That's a bonus.
Gotta protect.
Most definitely.
My QB, man.
That's good.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it anything you want to say out there to Wolverine Nation?
Once a Wolverine, always a Wolverine.
Once a Wolverine, always a Wolverine. Y'all heard it right here on Welcome to the West Live. I'm going to have Mr. Flowers. I know your last name, Flowers. What's your first name? Coran Flowers.
Yes, sir.
What number are you, Coran?
29.
29. You scored. Did you score last week?
Yes, sir.
You scored the first touchdown, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you score last week in game 0?
So last week, it was like around the first drive of the game. They threw the ball. I was playing. It was perfect coverage. I had caught it. Then my teammate, they came, blocked for me and scored.
So you play defensive back, Coran?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Cornerback or safety?
I played nickel.
You play nickel. Okay, then that's what's up. What was the energy like after you caught your interception? Is that what shifted the momentum and turned y'all up to just take over and never let them come back into the game?
So after that, when I got on the sideline, like everybody was just
yeah, lit. They were lit.
Yeah.
That's what turned y'all up pretty much.
Energy was uphill.
Yeah.
And from there, it just kept going from
Oh,
there.
I already know. I saw it, man. Once you scored that first touchdown, it wasn't no looking back from that, man. And when I know you might not remember me, but I coached at Bellingraph. You was in the 9th grade. I got there in the spring, and you was going to Carver. And they told me how good you was, man. And you living it, everything they was telling me about you. So I'm proud of you, Coran. What's something that you doing to prepare for Daphne this week?
This week, we just been listening to my coach and trying to perfect any mistakes from last week.
Okay.
And improving. Just being coachable and just
Right.
getting ready for tomorrow.
Getting ready for tomorrow. How does it feel being the defensive player of the week from week 0?
It feels great because at first I wasn't playing defense.
Right.
I was playing receiver.
Right,
and
right.
so I switched over to defense, and it just feels great.
Do you feel like you where you're supposed to be?
Yeah, I feel like I might be doing better on defense.
You're doing better on defense than you were in offense.
Yes, sir.
So you trust your coaches.
Yes, sir.
They told you, hey, we feel like you will be a better fit here. And now that you there and you see the results, it don't get no better than that, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Is it anything you want to say to Wolverine Nation out there? It's week 1. Last week was week 0. Y'all, got the jitters off. Anything. Is it anything you want to say?
Week 1. Get ready for a show.
Week 1, get ready for a show. Y'all heard it right here on Welcome to the West Live. Thank you, Coran.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, I'm going to have... All right. Good. We got junior quarterback JT Tyres. How you feel today, JT?
I'm feeling great. Thank
You
for
feeling
having
great? That's what's up, man. Week 0, you went 12 of 17, 265 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. How does it feel to be the offensive player of the week for the Carver Wolverines?
It feels great. Just to be able to be a leader for my team and, ball out for my team. It
Most
feels great.
definitely.
But, I couldn't do none of it without my offensive line, my
Couldn't do
receivers.
nothing without the O-line.
And most importantly, defense. They had a great game. No points scored.
Right.
Really thankful for all of my teammates. But, it feels great to ball out for my teammates.
Most definitely. One of your receivers, man, Notorian Green.
Yes, sir.
How many touchdowns did he catch?
3 touchdowns.
He caught all 3 of your passing touchdowns, right?
Yes, sir.
So, like you said, you couldn't do it without them.
Yes,
you,
sir.
you can't throw it to yourself. You got to you got to throw it to somebody, but they doing their part though, and you loving it, right?
Yes, sir.
It's chemistry that y'all have built from the spring until now, and some of y'all, y'all started last fall.
Yes, sir.
Because you was a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you've been, like your coach said, you've been getting your reps. Y'all been building chemistry, and now we're here. So what is something that you have done this week 1, to prepare for Daphne?
Well, obviously, we've been going over the game plan, just building, but most importantly, we just been focusing on practicing better, practicing more like it's a game.
Like it's a
every
game,
practice.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
basically
got you.
that's really the main thing.
So no thudding up. It's 100% every play.
Yeah, we still keeping it safe.
We still keeping it safe. We
Yeah,
staying above the waist, right?
Yeah, the border ways, but
Right.
we full speed trying
Right, full speed,
to get
because
100% ready. Yeah.
you can't really get that feeling when you
Yeah.
going half speed, man. I had to go 100% every play too.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
got
lie.
you.
Yeah. So is it anything that you're doing specifically to prepare for Daphne? Is it any player on their team that you may be like, hey, we gotta make sure we get a handle on him?
I mean, they got a couple really good players,
Yeah.
obviously, but we haven't really been doing nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular. Nothing different.
Nah, really nothing different. Just focusing on us mainly.
Most
Just getting better. And,
Most definitely. I
making
got you.
ourselves better for real.
Most definitely. Focusing on y'all. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
most important thing.
Yes,
Can't
sir.
worry about y'all opponent. You got to worry about what y'all doing, wrong or right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got to ask you, what did you learn about your teammates that were directly around you last week from week 0?
I learned, how they really had my back. Like they said, they had my back.
Okay. Okay.
Really built. Even though I really trusted my teammates a lot, I fully, it really just sealed the
After
deal.
week 1, that sealed the deal.
Yeah, I have 100% trust in all my teammates and this team, the coaches.
Did it boost your confidence?
Oh yeah, of course.
Most
It boosts my
definitely.
confidence. I
The
feel like
offensive line, no sacks.
yeah, no sacks. Like you can't can't be better than that.
Right,
So
right.
a lot of respect and a lot of appreciation goes to
I
them.
cut you off. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say. I don't know.
No, I was
Yeah.
just saying, I appreciate all my teammates and my coaches and all
Most
that.
definitely,
I have
most
100%
definitely.
trust in all of them.
Okay. So y'all feel good going into week 1.
Yes, sir.
Y'all won y'all first game, 44-0.
Yes, sir.
And I want to say y'all starting fresh every week. So
Yeah,
y'all,
yes, sir.
y'all owing.
Yeah, 0-0, 0-0.
Y'all 0-0 this week.
The goal is to
Gotta
go
win.
1-0 every week.
The goal is to go 1-0 every week. That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up. Is it anything that you want to say to Wolverine Nation?
Not really in particular, just we got you. Keep supporting, and we're gonna give it our best every game, every week. So
Most
just
definitely.
keep supporting us, and we'll give you our best.
Most definitely. Y'all heard it right here on Welcome to the West Live. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for
Thank you.
being on here, JT. You and your teammates and your coach and everything.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Most definitely.